free agency is underway. The Saints are now active. They went out and they got a player that has not played for them before, so they are now on the board and things are moving. You're watching The Dot, presented by Matt Bauer's Auto Group. After signing Chase Young yesterday, re-signing Juwan Johnson today, and getting Tyrann Mathieu back in the fold on a rework deal, the team went out and signed Justin Reid, who previously played for the Chiefs, to shore up the back end of that secondary. Now, this move came after the Saints lost Will Harris to the Commanders, so now they got Mathieu and they got Reid back there, and that's going to be the backbone of this defense next season. And it's kind of an interesting signing to me because one thing the Saints have done really well over the last few years, and huge credit to their pro scouting, is they have found these undervalued veteran minimum, league minimum salary safeties, Will Harris being one of them, they come into the system, they play well, and then they go out into the wild and they get paid by other teams. And we saw that happen again. And I kind of figured they'd go back to that same approach, but instead they go out and get Justin Reid. Now, I think the way these two guys go together, Mathieu and Reid, I think Tyrann you count on to be the dynamic playmaker. He's going to get you the turnovers. He's going to force the fumbles. He's going to get you the picks. He's going to jump routes. He's going to be the guy that makes all the plays in the passing game that you need to have that can get you a possession back. Now, that hasn't really been Reid's game. I think he's going to be more of a forward box safety, the guy that kind of makes plays down there, and then Tyrann's going to be more of the playmaker in the back end. And I think that's how they're going to kind of go together. So the safeties are going to be, once again, the players that are counted on to kind of be, in a way, the identity of the defense, which has been the case in previous systems, and it looks like that investment's there again. When DA took over as head coach, we kind of saw the same thing. Staley, now you got the two guys back there again. So there's a high priority there. Now, I do think the secondary still needs some work because they lost Paulson Adebo to the Giants. So now they're going to have to go out and they're going to have to find another cornerback. They were in on Tre'Davious Ward. Didn't get him. So now we're going to see where it kind of goes from here. And I think they need to get that other cornerback to put in there alongside Kool-Aid McKinstry and Alontae Taylor to shore that up and get you all the guys that you need on that side of the ball. Now, they got Godchow up front, so there is a little bit of a remaking of the defense going on as we speak. And I do feel like they're a little bit better than they were before. But I think there's still a lot of work to be done there. You took off some of the major needs at least. There isn't like this massive need at safety. There isn't a massive need at pass rusher. I still think there's a pretty strong need at cornerback. And then offensively, I think there's still a bunch of boxes that they needed to check. Interior offensive line. Probably another tight end. Juwan Johnson helps with that, but that could be a draft position maybe. And I think another wide receiver is a must as well. So still some work to do, but teams getting active right now. On the other side of that major first wave of wildness of free agency, they get into the game, they get a player that can help them in the back end of their defense, and now we'll see where they go from there. So if you aren't on NewOrleans.Football, make sure you are signed up for that. Get all of our coverage, our news, our analysis, extra podcast, early release of the public podcast. Everything is on there. Use the code NOF, save 20% on your first payment, and we'll talk to you guys later.